Barefoot days when you and I were kids, have another go. Barefoot days, oh boy, the things we did. Down by a shady nook, with the bent pin for a hook. We'd fish all day, fish all night, and the radio fish refused to bite. Well, it was green and cream. It had 3 windows on each side and a big window on the front and another smaller one on the back. The first caravan, we all loved it. And then one terrible January, it was high tide, January, and there was a big storm and a lot of the caravans blew over and shattered and things like that. But ours stayed on its four things that balanced it. And things got shook around inside, of course. But anyway, after the storm and everything, we decided to do away with this one and get a bigger one. That's when we got the one with the separate bedroom. Well, it wasn't the first day. I used to go to a friend that I went to school with. They called her Mary as well. And I used to go up there on a Saturday for my tea one week, and then she used to come to our house the next week for her tea. This was during the war when there was a lot of things were short and that. And where I used to go with Mary to see Mary, there used to be all these lads out in the back lane that used to live on the road, the actual street itself. And seemingly your granddad was amongst them, but I never took any notice to them. I never bothered about them. But he must have been watching me anyway. And eventually, I went to Mary's 21st birthday party, and he was there. And when we were just sitting and that, he came into this room where I was sitting, and he said, believe it or not, I've waited all night for this. And we just clicked then. Oh, when I was 16, I went to serve my time in one of the hairdressers in the town, one of the main hairdressers. And when I finished there, I started my own business. And I always had my own business until I was 44 years. And oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I loved my job and I loved all the people. One or two awkward ones like everybody gets, but I loved all them customers, I loved them. And they were so nice. And we had the first one in Bolton Street, and my second one was in South William Street, where we all lived, and the girls went to school from there, and all the friends used to come there to pick them up because we were in the town. And then the third one, the final one, was at where? South William Street must have been the final one. My mum knew a young woman who wasn't very well. I mean, she knew that she wasn't well. And this young woman sent for my mother and said that she was finishing with her hairdressing equipment and that because she couldn't do it anymore, and she knew I was serving my time, and would my nanny like to buy it off her? And my mother did right away. She bought it, and that's how I got set up in. Because you couldn't buy the stuff at all anywhere. They just weren't making that sort of thing. But anyway, I did all right in my own little business, and I was always very busy. And as I say, I loved it. I liked going away on holidays, but I liked coming home as well. Oh, well, I had Betty was the first when I was 9 or 10. She was a cocker spaniel, a ginger one, golden. And then there was, oh God, I can't remember his name. The black one. He was a terror. You couldn't let him out at all. You had to keep him on a lead, because every time he got out, he would go and find some dirt and get rolled in it. And then when he came home, he had to be bathed. He was a blinking pet, and he wouldn't let you go out anywhere without him. He would run like mad after the car, right away up till Oxford Street, which was a long way. And when he got there, he must have had something in his mind, because he always stopped there and turned round and went back home. Ah. And then there was Dylan, the big beaded collie. Oh, he was a great dog, that one. He wouldn't let anybody come near me if I was outside. And one fella used to say to me, "Nobody will get near you, last while you've got that dog." And then the fourth one, the little scruffy gentleman called Bruce. He was a film star and all, him. He was in that play, Annie. I liked the bit where we were going over those stepping stones, because that was up at one of the lovely Scottish castles. And we went for the day there. Oh, it was during the war, and things were very, very tight. Nobody saw all the fruit or anything these days. Well, I ended up with 3 wedding cakes instead of one. I had an auntie in Yorkshire who worked in a bakery, and she made one there for me. I had another auntie in Workington that worked for the cooperative bakery, and she made one for me. And the boy I was going with, the boy I eventually married, Sid, He sent me a parcel from Greece with all this dried fruit in it that you use for cake, for fruit cakes. And I got another one made with that and all that fruit from Greece. So I ended up with 3 wedding cakes. Believe you me, most people hadn't one. Sid, Sid, come on, here, come on. Can you see anybody? I can't. Oh, there's one. Oh, we've still got an audio. Let's have another squawky bit. Come, but come ye back when summer's in the meadow, when all is clear, are fresh and sweet can be. 'Tis the here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Sydney boy,